Ladies and gentlemen, a very good morning. It is my great pleasure and honor to be presenting on Does robotic spine surgery add value to surgical efficiency over navigation-based systems? A big thank you to my co-authors for their contributions. There has been an increased reliance on navigation surgery in both MISS and open surgery. Navigation offers high first-pass incision accuracy and a fantastic track record of no neurological complications and 0% return to OT for implant revision in our hospital. It's clear that navigation has established itself as a core technique in modern spine surgery. On the other hand, studies have also shown robotic spine surgery achieving accurate and reliable implant results, which have become difficult to ignore. So why do surgeons still remain divided on the adoption of robotics? This is because the cost-effectiveness of robotics has yet to be proven. Hence, the aim of this study is simple. Does robotics truly add value to our current practice of navigation-based spine surgery? Value was assessed using these three key variables: operative duration, intra-op blood loss, and length of hospital stay. Data from 81 patients were extracted in this retrospective cohort analysis, with a focus on single and double level T-lifts and O-lifts done via open and MISS approaches. Let's look at some results. Patients were split into two groups, navigation only and robotics. The mean operative duration was significantly faster in 1 and 2 level robotic O-lifts compared to navigation only. 1 level robotic T-lifts were slower than navigation only, while robotic 2 level T-lifts were slightly faster. Less intraoperative blood loss was recorded in 2 level robotic T-lifts and 1 and 2 level robotic O-lifts. And shorter hospital stays were required in robotic 1 and 2 level T-lifts and 2 level robotic O-lifts. So robotics can be slower for single level fusion. This is likely because it takes a longer preparation time for initial robot registration. However, when it gets to 2 level fusion, robotic surgery is faster. This is possible with similar registration time from 1 to 5 level fusions and an automated robotic arm guidance minimizing manual adjustments per level. Robotics are also more versatile in carrying out single position O-lifts. 100% of navigation only were done as dual position surgeries, while 35% robotics were done as single position surgeries, allowing accurate screw insertions from positions otherwise unfavorable in navigation only. Robotics also drives MISS techniques. 29% of navigation cases had to be carried out via open techniques, while 100% of robotic cases were done via MISS. This is because robotics makes it so much easier and faster to carry out MISS procedures. And now to address the elephant in the room. A big barrier to robotics is the high initial cost of $1 to $1.5 million. However, we believe robotics can still be a long-term cost-effective option. Reduced operative times of 60 minutes saves approximately $1,500, and reduced inpatient stay by about 1 day saves around $1,169. If around 112 cases are done each year, estimated savings can reach about $1.5 million in 5 years. This study has a few limitations. Firstly, we could have included robotic open surgery cases by expanding to a multi-surgeon study. Secondly, we could have evaluated surgeries involving 3 or more levels. And lastly, we could have accounted for varying healthcare costs across different countries for better reliability of our results. In conclusion, here are 2 key takeaways. Robotics adds value to navigation-based surgery and MISS techniques. Robotics can reduce operative duration, blood loss, and radiation exposure for at least 2 level fusions. There's high versatility for single position O-lifts, and the initial lengthy registration time has less impact on overall surgical duration for up to 5 level fusion. Robotic surgery is also most cost effective in high volume hospitals, with a focus on multi-level surgeries and MISS surgeons. Robotics drives MISS techniques, and cost savings are possible with increased OT availability and shorter hospital stay. However, high initial costs and steep learning curves make it difficult for smaller hospitals to adopt. Thank you very much.